I would like to be a doctor.
I want to be a lawyer.
A teacher.
I want to be a doctor.
I want to be a journalist when I grow up.
I believe there is no development without education.
Tanzania has experienced a 400% growth in secondary education. I mean, the enrollment is just phenomenal.
The expansion, however, happened very quickly, within a span of only 4 years. This kind of expansion comes with a lot of challenges.
During 2006, there's been a big drive that was led by communities to build secondary schools. So a lot of schools were built. That was an achievement, but it had its own challenges, and that included the lack of teachers. Fortunately,
Through community participation and working with the governments, we have made phenomenal achievements. Because in 2005, we were producing 500 teachers out of universities. Last year, we were able to produce 5,300. There's a big shortage of teachers.
Today we have 34,000 secondary school teachers, but we need nearly 85,000 new teachers.
You have an average of just 4 teachers per school. The amount of teachers in the system has not been able to keep pace with the amount of students that are coming through the system.
really we need to get some kind of support.
We have the Tanzania Education Trust, and within the Tanzania Education Trust, we have what we call Tanzania Beyond Tomorrow. Really, we're trying to work with the technology companies, work with friends, particularly in the US, to see how we can work together and leverage technology to help cover for the shortage of teachers.
This has been a big challenge for us, and we thought this is the right time now to start thinking in terms of the possibility of utilizing information communication technology to assist the teaching and the learning in secondary schools.
We have therefore here today discussions with technology companies from IBM, Cisco, Intel, Microsoft, Accenture, and others. We have also NGOs working in Tanzania and those that are coming to see what we're trying to do.
Tanzania is now connected to the world via internet, which recently happened. They have fiber connectivity, high bandwidth, and they actually see the global economy coming, so they want to prepare their young generation. And secondary education is the biggest gap right now.
We are now building the infrastructure. We are doing a nationwide optic fiber network. And so that when all these schools are connected, then at least we can have one teacher sit out of Dar es Salaam and teach physics for all the schools in the country, or all those schools that have been connected.
ICT can help address some of those challenges. Distance learning technology is one example of that. Addressing teacher shortages, ICT can allow teachers to be more efficient and deliver content more broadly to a broader student population.
So in relation to teachers, we are putting in place an e-learning program that we think in the interim will deliver the required teaching before we have the full complement of teachers.
This project Tanzania Beyond Tomorrow, for the private sector, this is it. Because we know they can transform the secondary school education, and we will be able to have people at that level who are actually trainable. And I think this is fantastic.
How are they going to be able to compete in the 21st century? How are we going to be able to attract and retain business, foreign investors here?
So we know that the investors from abroad will always come to Tanzania because there is a resource base. But they need skills when they are here.
Of course, we have got many challenges. We have got many problems. The problem of water, problem of electricity, problem of transport for students as well as the teachers.
So we needed to make sure that we Tanzania are preparing ourselves for the big jump, and for that we are putting the skills which are needed for the investors from abroad.
We just want to be very smart and very innovative about how we look at this project and how we implement it. This is why a lot of what we're talking about is figuring out models to monetize these investments so that they become self-sustaining.
We have made the educational budget to be the #1 budget. I say it's going to be the #1 budget next year, the following year. Every year it is going to be education first, education first, education first.
What I want for the children is a success, is to have excellent education, to have a conducive environment for them to learn and have a nice future to them.
So Tanzania just definitely has this great spirit of entrepreneurship. You see this passion around growth, this passion around jobs and working, a lot of pride in the work that people do.
We intend to make sure that we produce students and graduates from our institutions who will be able to compete in the global market.
Creating an environment that's conducive to a child really developing the 21st century skills and becoming this well-rounded competitive resource for tomorrow.
I'm seeing the future of Tanzania as being dependent on an educated population to pull this country from poverty to prosperity.
Why would you like to be a doctor?
I want to help mothers and their children.